let me tell you something about the different music businesses that I've been part of. I've been part of the African, uh, African in general music industry, Ivory Coast, Congo. I've been part of the French R&B music industry. I've been part of the French hip hop music industry, Belgium R&B music industry and entourages. I've been in the Zouk industry. I've been in the Cap Verdean industry, Portuguese speaking music industry, Portuguese in Portugal music industry. And listen, there's nothing new. And I've seen things that are as crazy as everything that we're hearing about these people in the US with Zouk artists, Kizomba artists, Zouk producers, club owners, rappers, French rappers. Like, this is nothing new. Entertainment, power, money, pussy. Like, all these things, when you are inside of those things, you are dealing with the devil all the time and demons, and it's up to you to decide who you want to be, or it's up to you to decide if you are sticking to your values or if you are falling into temptation, because it's not just men that are preying on women. These also groupies, there's also women that are preying on men. It's also all types of things where when people become powerful, there's a lot of things that are going on that are a lot of time consensual, and other times people that are exerting their power to get favors, people that believe they are better than other people that believe that they can do whatever they want, people that use drugs. Like, I've seen all of that, and I've been disgusted by the attitude of a lot of people in the French Zouk industry, which is one of the reasons why I left France to move here in a different place. But it's not different here. It's just that life in general. Listen, I've been surrounded by politics, African politics, my whole life. It's not different. So when I see all these people who are shocked, I say there's a lot of hypocrites, and there's a lot of people who stay silent because they know that listen, they've been part of parties, they've been part of orgies, they've been part of all type of shit. A lot of people did so many things with so many people that they just don't live the same life as other people. And a lot of people want to judge whatever happened in the 80s or the 90s or the 2000s, was everybody was on drugs and going crazy, and they want to judge it with the eye of 2023. And I believe that then it becomes the witch hunt. But at the same time, you're gonna have guys like Hugh Hefner that had a whole reality show about being a pig and having 5 women at the same time, all there in his Playboy castle, and then everybody's like, wow, it's amazing. And then you have all these celebrities who have become super famous by doing sex tapes, and now they are celebrated and they are the pulse of the culture. So America is really, in terms of culture, the worst example to follow. And they will just all go crazy on something, and then but in reality, Hollywood is no different than the US musical entertainment. Hollywood is full of demons. So when I look at all these people pretending that they are in shock, I'm just, listen, I mean, first time I went to the US, a place where people took me was a big strip club, right? And in this strip club, and mind you, we were in the 90s or the end of the 90s, right? In this big strip club, and you have I don't know, 100 naked women inside of the strip club, all there. And we get out the streets, and the first thing I see on the other side of the street was a church. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this country? And my friend told me, yeah, this is Miami, this is America. I was like, I don't get it. And I remember I had a friend, every time we would be in the strip club, he would tell these girls, let me take care of you. I was like, why are you telling them that? So, because I have money, I can take care of them. So, what you mean take care of them? It was like, yeah, listen. Yeah, I want to. And I was like, me, when I was talking to these girls, I was like, well, you're so beautiful. Why are you doing this? Why would you, because I came with my French mind, Judeo-Christian frame of mind, raised in France, born in Congo, from Christian family, baptized, whatever. And I was just not understanding the point. You could be a model, you could do this. And she was like, I'm making so much money, honey. I'm making $3,000 every day. I was like, what? Yeah. From guys like your friend who wants to take care of me. I have 20 of them coming in one night. All of them give me 200, 300. And yeah, just for a dance or whatever, or sometimes maybe more. And I was like, I don't get this country. Then when I got famous, all of a sudden, yeah, people were throwing vaginas at me. And I was like, what's going on? And listen, to me, Cassie is clearly a victim. If whatever she says is true. Yeah, listen, she deserves all the money she can get. But is this industry creating all these monsters because it's an industry that just glorifies violence and sex? Yes, it does. It does. There's no way around it. It's and no need to have millions of dollars, like if you were a Puff Daddy or Jay-Z. I keep telling you guys, I've seen it in the Zouk industry. People that you guys see as, oh my God, the Zouk heroes or Afrobeat superstars, on drugs, on coke, all going crazy and doing crazy things. Because for a lot of these people, it's going from no money to way too much money. Going from no access to women to all you can get. Going to trying to get in a club and getting refused to when you come in your club with your 25 friends, you go in and you get free drinks because you are you. So, and I've seen people educated and with values stay on their code, and I've seen other people educated with values just be crushed under all the attention, all the new friends, all the new fake friends, all the girls saying, "Oh my God, take me," and it changes people. And imagine when you are in big cities, right? Imagine now if you come from a city or the ghetto, whatever, and all of a sudden you end up far in a small village or in a small city, where like you go to Lille or to Roubaix in the north of France, or somewhere in Belgium where like no people come, and all of a sudden you hear, and or you go to Pointe Noire in Congo, or you go to somewhere in Malawi or Madagascar or La Réunion Island. You arrive in those places when you have these people who've been listening to your music forever, making love with their boyfriends on your music, and all of a sudden you hear in real, and for some reason all they want is to stay with you on this night tonight, and you have like 10, 20 of them, all beautiful, and then you have a choice. Do you take or you don't? And if you come to the idea that I came to work, so you work. But a lot of people, you can judge them all you want, but you need to be in this position to judge them. All of a sudden, listen, I'm talking about small artists. I'm talking about 1,000 euro per shows, and in small clubs, playbacks of 500 people. But if you do this twice a week, it means you make 8,000 all of a sudden every month, cash, and in every city you go, you can fuck. Because there's always going to be these 10% of the people in the club who are ready. And the decision is yours. I came here for that or not. And 90% of the time, if these are people who had no access to women, or they were incels, all of a sudden, they can fuck, they will fuck. And then before they know, they go to perform, and fucking somebody is part of performing all of a sudden. And listen, before we were ever, I'm talking about Antoine was there. Do you remember Antoine? Like back when I was doing shows in '94, and we were going to Chapelet, we were going to the Terry's parties, we were going to then we were going to, before l'Atlantis, we were going to Otis Club and these places, and we were doing just freestyles. We were not famous, we never had a record out, but people started to know my songs because I was doing the same songs over and over again. All of a sudden, when I was doing shows, there was a lot of girls that were there in the front, and all of them, they were like, open bar. And then it's up to you. And many times people get weak because all of a sudden they have, listen, if you get, most people, they will work a whole month to make 1,500. You work 45 minutes and you make 1,000 2 times in the week. So that's 80 minutes. You make 1,000. Plus you can fuck who you want. You can take 1, 2, 3 at the hotel. That's up to you. And this makes people go crazy. It makes people become weak because, and I'm not trying to say that it's the fault of women. It's the fault of everybody. It's the fault just of humans. People are impressed by power, they're impressed by fame, and they will want to be associated, or they will want to be with you just because they are fantasizing on you. This, like, groupies are not new. And then if you the higher you go, the crazier it goes. I know some singers that are famous, and I know how they got famous. I'm not gonna say names because it's none of my business, but I know some people, they went from fucking with dancers to fucking with beat makers to fucking with executive producers to trying to fuck with people like me, and then to be to the people that are funding us, and then and now they are with politicians, and in between they were on with the football players. We're not going to pretend that this doesn't exist. So in this type of world, yeah, you have monsters on both sides. And then, yeah, some people, and I know some people like this in the Zouk industry. I know some people like this in the Kizomba industry. I know people like this in the rap, the French rap, the American rap. I know some people like this in a lot of countries, in the coupe de Calais world, in all these countries where I lived. Yeah, there's some people who became very powerful, and they have money, they have power, success, access, and they believe they can do whatever they want. And listen, if you've lived in Africa, this is nothing new for you. You don't need, you didn't need to wait for P. Diddy or R. Kelly to realize that all that shit has been happening since the invention of time. So am I shocked when I see the allegations? Not at all. I'm just like, oh shit. But I'm not shocked. I'm just, oh damn, she went through that, poor girl. That's what I say to myself. That's why I'm like, yo, listen, go get your money. Now after that, when this happens, after all this time, and you here trying to brand yourself as the brother love, etc., this is hard. This is hard. This is hard for your brand, your business, your money. The investors might be like, bro, tu es un peu imputois. I don't know if I want to touch you. So you might lose a lot of money, a lot of brands, a lot of things, and you might have to listen. If I was somebody that worked for P. Diddy, me as a brand strategist, I would tell him, listen, you're not posting nothing for the next 6 months. We will post promotion stuff, remove all comments from your thing, and that's it. Because the internet right now, especially in the next 2 months, is going to be on a frenzy. Because as people love you, the same people will hate you the way they loved you. And the same people will go back to loving you in 2-3 months. We've seen this with Kanye. Kanye can say the craziest shit, and then it disappears for 6 months, and then all of a sudden you see him in the middle of Zimbabwe with the MPC and a bunch of singers, and you hear and those bam 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 bam, and everybody goes, oh my god, what a genius. And all of a sudden everybody's back to the Kanye train. There's nothing as fickle as the public. These people, they don't love you. They are just into you, and then they into somebody else, and then they're gonna be into you again, and like it depends what is the news. Listen, a year ago, even 6 months ago, you could not even criticize nothing about Ukraine. Like, you could not say that. But you were saying like in 2000X that there was some Nazi. You would lose your YouTube channel. And then now that the focus is on Israel, Palestine, the US already told Zelensky, bro, wrap up. Hey, listen, is this way? All right, we done. And the whole world is done too. Because that's the world. When all the news media will start talking about something else, they will talk about something else. This is why the people in Congo are pissed, because there's been the same shit happening there for years and nobody cares. So the news cycles, if you understand how to navigate it, listen, if I work for that guy, I would tell him, bro, listen, all the shit you did is coming back. So here's what we're gonna do. You're not gonna post shit for a long time. 2-3 month minimum. No posting, nothing, no going to the Grammys, not being seen. You stay at home, you take your family. Listen, you're still a multi billionaire. So listen, go and enjoy life for 6 months. Listen, they love the spotlight. So it's hard for them to disappear. But listen, you still own channels, brands, all these things. So put people on the top so that you still own the brands, but the people on the top will be the people that people talk to, so that the advertisers and stuff can continue, and the investor can keep pouring money into it. So you keep making your money, and then, listen, when the time comes, we'll find something. They'll find a nice post of you getting married to your actual girlfriend. Something like that. We'll find a nice thing. We'll just post a photo of you guys married, and that's it. Nothing. And this will make everybody go crazy. And you will see that everybody will forget everything, because that's the internet. The internet has the memory span of a fish in a tank.